In this step, we're going to implement our login functionality. We're going to start this by creating our login view model. We're going to need to go into the Models, Account View Models folder and create a new class, Login View Model. We will need to add a using directive for system.componentModel.dataAnnotations. This class is going to contain two properties. The first property will be a public string property of email, which will have the required and email address attributes, and the second will be a string property of password, which will have the required and then the data type with a value of data type password attributes. With our view model complete, the next thing we're going to do is to create our login view. For this, we're going to go into our Views Account folder and create a new view, login.cshtml. And then we're going to simply copy and paste the provided HTML from our instructions into this file. Now, we're going to go into our Controllers folder and open our Account Controller class. From here, we're going to create a new public action with a return type of iActionResult called login. This will accept no parameters. All this is going to do is return the view. It will also need to have the attributes HTTP GET and allow anonymous. Now we're going to create another action. This is going to be a public action with a return type of iActionResult, and it's also going to be named login, only this time it's going to accept the login view model as a parameter. This is simply going to redirect to action to the item index action. It will also require the HTTP post attribute, the allow anonymous attribute, and the validate anti-forgery token attribute. The next thing we're going to do in our post login action is we're going to check to make sure the model state is valid. So we'll simply use if the not character model state dot is valid, and if it is not valid, we're going to return the view and provide it the model that was provided in our parameter. Next, we'll actually log in the user and make sure our login attempt was successful. To do this, we're going to create a new variable, result. We're going to set this variable using the sign-in manager's password sign-in async method. For the first argument, we'll provide this the model.email. Second, we'll provide it the model.password. And then third and fourth, we'll simply provide it false. Because this is an asynchronous method, we're going to have to get the result of this method. In the event result.succeeded is not true, we will call addModelError off of model_state and provide it a key of string.empty and an error message of invalid login attempt, and then return the view with the model provided in our parameter. And finally, we're going to create another public action with a return type of iActionResult, this time named logout, that will accept no parameters. This is also going to need the attributes HTTP post and the validate anti-forgery token attribute. What this action is going to do is it will call the sign-in manager sign-out asynchronous method, and then it will do a redirect to action to the home index action.